So before we really jump into what training programs are out there, we really like to cover the point that there are a lot of options and it's important to find the one that is the right fit. There are a lot of different pieces to think about in finding that right program, and we could do a whole presentation just on that. But I really like to cover what we call the big three, because when we look at these, the chances for success are just so much greater. Just thinking about these three, number one that we often look at a lot is interests. Is it something that the student is truly interested in for training? For example, are they drawn to it? Is it a problem they want to solve? Is it something that they're curious about? There needs to be a certain level of interest. Another big area is skills. So when we're thinking about skills to do a training program, it could be the skills that a student currently has or the skills that they have the capacity to develop. So for example, somebody may be a really hands-on learner, and that may be the type where they have the capacity to develop those hands-on skills. That is really a strength, and that's something that we'd really like to focus on when thinking of a training program. And then also really important to consider are the values of the individual, and comparing that to the values of the training program or the career that that individual is looking to get into. Values, like the others, are varied and can be really unique to that individual. So some examples of values might be they may have a real key that they need to earn a wage to be able to support their family. That may be one of their top values. It can also be other things. For example, it may be independence. It may be the ability to continue learning. It may be to be with a group of like-minded people. It could be flexibility. There are so many different types of values, like there are skills and interests. And that star in the middle is where we find that overlap and where we see students have the overlap of either a training program or a career that hits those marks for them. That's where they're most likely to be successful, happy, reach their goals, and continue and reach what they're looking to achieve. So with all of the different training programs out there, it is just really so important to think of the individual and finding that right fit in order to be successful.